Whenever Disney announces a new live-action remake from a fairy tale, I'm always super excited for the dress. I was super curious for the design of the new Snow White movie, and now we got this. Like, what is this? This looks like your aunt asked you to play Snow White for your little niece's birthday party and she bought you a dress on Shein or in a cheap carnival shop. This is the dress that you will get. I had hoped for something like this, the Cinderella dress, my all-time favorite, but I also really loved the dresses of the Aladdin live action, and even the one of Beauty and the Beast wasn't bad, but this is pathetic. So I complained about it, and then I realized that even I could make a better one. So that is going to be my new sewing mission. Hello, and welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Julie, and I sew as a hobby. I made my first ball gown a fortnight ago, the dress from the 2015 live action Cinderella movie. And it turns out that making ball gowns is kind of addicting because I already want to make a new one. I'm going to start with explaining the understructure of what will hopefully be a beautiful Snow White dress. I still have this corset left from when I was making my Cinderella ball gown. I'm just going to have to clean it up a little bit, and I'm also going to switch the cheap plastic boning that's inside for this white steel boning. I want to make this dress adjustable, meaning that I want to be able to wear it with a hoop skirt and without. So it will be very voluminous and a little bit less voluminous. I'm going to use my pink hoop skirt that I originally made for the Cinderella ball gown, but this was a little bit too small for that ball gown, but it will be perfect for this one. I just have to fix it up a little bit, and I'm also going to attach hooks to the side and to the corset so I can make them more secure. Now, for the last part of the understructures, I do want to make a petticoat. First of all, to smoothen out the hoop skirt, but second, that there is still enough volume left in the skirt when I remove the hoop skirt. I'm going to make this from the leftovers of my Cinderella petticoat. I have a couple of different colors that I'm going to put into it, but I'm gonna end with this green layer. This has a reason. This is the fabric that I'm going to use for the first layer of the skirt. It's gold and it's a little bit see-through. That's why I'm going to end with the green fabric in hope that this will enhance the color. I do know that the typical colors for Snow White are yellow, blue and red, but I'm going to switch the yellow for gold. Disney does this all the time. The original Cinderella dress used to be silver, they switched it to blue, so if they can do that, I can switch yellow to gold. I'm going to cut a half circle skirt out of this fabric, but I'm going to make the waist 3 times too big so I can gather this. So I'm going to make a gathered half circle skirt out of these 2 layers. These are curtains that I bought on Vinted for around 11 euros, including shipping from Italy. For the second layer, I'm going to take some inspiration from the Barbie ball gowns. I really like the idea of a second layer that doesn't completely cover the first layer. I want this layer to be red, and I also want it to have a small train. And this is the fabric that I chose for that. This is a red lace that I sourced from Wasted Fabric. Wasted Fabrics is one of these dead stock resale companies. And this was pretty affordable. I paid around 20 euros for 3 meters. So I hope that that's going to be enough. And once I have my first and second layer, I'm going to sew them into one waistband. And then it's time to think about the top. Now, I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with the top yet. My plan right now is to use the leftovers from this red lace once I cut the skirt, and I'm going to dye them a royal or a dark blue. Red dye actually also has a color remover, so I'm first going to try that, followed by the dark blue or the royal blue. And if that works, the top will also have the same lace, but in a different color. This lace is of course see-through, so I will have to add a lining. These are the leftovers of the lining of the Cinderella top. I'm also going to dye this dark blue. There will be a slight difference between the lace and this in color once it's dyed, but I think that can possibly enhance the lace. If this plan doesn't work out, then I'm just going to buy some dark blue fabric to make the top. I'm also going to add those typical sleeves. How I will make them really depends on how the top and the skirt turns out, but I will add them. And I also want to add a collar. I have this top that's a little bit too small for me, but I really like the pattern of the lace. So I'm going to try and make the collar out of this. If this isn't enough fabric, then I'm going to buy some additional lace in either a thrift store or on Vinted. So these are my ideas for the designs and the fabrics that I'm going to use. But this is the official start of my mission to create a better Snow White dress than whatever the hell Disney thinks this is. Okay, thank you so much for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, thank you for that. Please leave this video a like and let me know your thoughts on my design and the Disney design, and consider subscribing. Thank you. Bye.